Hello and welcome to this video on bay windows in Enshrouded. As you've probably seen from the thumbnail, the effect works quite well. Before I start this guide, I'd like to give a quick shout out to, I think, KetMol? Don't know if I pronounced that right. Sorry if I've butchered your name. A link to his video will be in the description. He gave me this idea with his video on window box designs. With that said, before I start, if you find this video helpful, consider giving me a follow. I will be posting more videos in the future. With that said, let's start. So first things first, I will be showing the outside of this farmer's house that I've been working on, show you the current 2 bay windows inside and out. Then I will go into the details, how you can go about building these for yourself. Then I'll be adding a bay window to the 2nd floor on the back of this house with my thought process as I do so. I've got a little staging area down here, just down from the house, to show you the kind of sizes you kind of want to be aiming for and what kind of walls you want to be attaching your windows to. This one here is a normal full-sized wall, 8x8. This is what you'll get if you use the blueprint for the wall. You're going to want to count 2 up on the wall and 2 down from the top. The top doesn't matter as much as long as you can cover it with your roof pieces. Mainly this gap on all the different types that needs to match. So this one I like the most because you've got a space for the window dead front, and then you can have a side window and a side window. On this one, this is a double window with a pillar in the middle, so you can have one window there, one window there, but it will be 1 block larger than this build. And I'm still trying to work out how to get an odd number. These 2 are evens. This is an odd number, so this is 7. This is 8 here, 7 across, so there'll be an odd number, so it's still like a central pillar. However, I can't get the edges right, so I don't think it would be a good idea to build on a too small of a number. Definitely not a 7. This one's fine. This one's like perfect. So the kind of shape you're going to be wanting to aim for is on the 2nd row you've come up. So 1, 2 on this one. You're going to want to come out 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then out to the sides, because these are going to be your pillars. And these can be any of the blocks. You can have these pillars, you can use the roof tile blocks, any of them, whatever you think is going to make your build look nice. Once you've done that, you're going to want your window. Your window's going to go here. You're going to count back after you've got this T shape. You're going to count back 1, 2 blocks, so you're away from the wall, and then 1, 2 to the side. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Place your block. Same over here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Place your block. That's why it's 1 wider. These are going to be your side pillars. You can, once these pillars are built, you can remove them anyway, but you could remove your actual wall, because it will look like it's covered up by the outer pillar. And you can pull your pillars back, especially if you're using, like what I have done on this build up here with these roof tile blocks. You can pull them back, and then I've done a lip of palm wood on the inside. That's kind of the theory behind these windows. There's some custom placement of these nightstands, but when I build the window on the side of the back of the house there, you will see how it all gets put together. But these are the kind of shapes you're going to be aiming for. So this here is actually a 2, 2, and 2 block gaps. It's 6 across the top. Leave your sides on, and you know you've got a perfect window size. And you can walk up this. You don't have to build a step, but if you build a step and you make all the inside all fancy, it looks much better. So we're going to move on to actually adding the bay window on the back of the house, just as the sun sets. So I've just slept. It's a new day. I've decided to take the roof off, give us a bit of more light. It's easier to do the roof for the bay window. Also, things you're going to need: at least 7 of these carved wooden nightstands, at least 2 of the window you're going to want to use, at least 4 of any of the iron fences you can use, and your building blocks. Like the example outside, we go 2 up from the bottom. I'm going to say where our middle central window is going to be. I'm going to have at least this. We'll go out another 2 on both sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do an extra 5th. To give us somewhere to stand outside, I will be using the block that we also want on the bottom of our window. So that will be conifer. For me, I want conifer, so I want this there. I'm going to want some there, a bit there, and a bit there. The pillars are going to come out 3. So 1, 2, 3. This will be our pillar. And we're going to have a pillar there and a pillar there. So we've got 2 pillars. And then we can skip one block and we want another block. We go back to the wall. That's our rear pillar. Skip one block, back to the wall. That's our rear pillar. So we're going to have a window here and window here. You want these pillars outside your window to be at least 5 high. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect match to the height of the window. Now you've got your 5 high pillars outside your window. You're going to be wanting to place your nightstands. So we're going to be using clipping for this. So like in KetMol's video, you remove a block, it goes away, you press Y, we get back. But this, the game remembers this. So if we remove this one and this one, we're going to do the front 2 first. So we will do this one, push it back, have it just clip, pull it back, make sure it's all centered up, click. That's where we're going to place them for this one. You can place them where you want to place them, as long as they're in this general shape. You can decide on how you clip yours in. I will now skip the parts that take too long. So now I'm going to place one in the middle, make sure it clips nicely. That looks nice. Now let's go back to the hammer, press G, press Y, Y. That brings back the bottom section. And now we'll do the same for the side pillars. Just rinse and repeat. You're going to want another 4 nightstands, and you're going to want the corners match up. And we're not going to go straight back like that, because we'll cut off the pillar. We're going to go quite shallow, probably this angle. So we'll connect up the corners there, place, make sure. This will be easier when the update's out, so we'll have first person building. I like to line up the pillars on the nightstands. Perfect. And then the same one, quite a shallow, corners need to intersect. And you should end up with a shape that looks like this. And from the inside, I like that. That looks nice. Let's work on the bottom hanging part of the window, the bit that holds it up. Get rid of this one, place one down there, remove this one, and remove this one. You're going to want to get your door frame blueprint, push it right against the wall, pull it out, place, pull it out, place. Remove the 2 corner pieces that stick out. We then want roof, single block. We're going to place one there and there under your 2 front pillars, and then directly behind them we'll go one there. So we'll go 2 from the wall directly behind, and it creates that grab. And then we'll put one to the side there and one to the side there. You should end up with something looking like that. It holds it up and it looks very nice. Time to start on the roof. I am actually going to add an extra block to each one of these to make it ever so slightly taller. And then we will place one dead center slightly up. And this is actually going to go perfectly into the roof. I will add then the corner pieces, and you line up the corner pieces with the original piece you placed, but in the center. Off to the side, back we go. And then we go, there we go. And this is like the shape that I want. This is specific to my build. I will be removing the topmost section of this like that, just because I don't want it intersecting too much with the roof. This is actually my inner layer on double roof, so I'm going to go actually I'll quickly roof this up, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop just before it touches the roof of the bay window. I'm going to cut it off. So we'll go this one. You see it doesn't touch. We're going to go slightly higher. I will cut some of this bit out. Now with the power of editing, I've added the first layer to the inner side of the roof, and I've skipped around the roof. This allows us to get really close roofs without it deforming, like this roof here. So I will now add the second layer, and you will then see it finished. And there, with the power of editing, we are now added the roof to the bay window. I made a decision to make a little cutout like that. I could have pulled the roof down further, but for this build, I think that looks quite nice. We're going to go place the windows on the inside. Now for placing the windows on the inside, we've got this window, which I'm going to be placing in the ground, and one up again. That's quite nice. We're going to add this thing. So how I place these, hold R, rotate. The further you pull this back in, the less pops out. So the goal is pull it right back and also put it just on top of these. I'll be back after I've placed these. Now, once you've placed your windows, that is kind of the base level on this design. You can add rugs. However, if you do add a rug, it will make this slightly too tall. So you will need to add a step. I'm going to pretty up this window a little bit and then see what we end up with. Right. So after that, we have ended up with this. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you found it useful. And if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like and sub. Maybe if you think others would too, share it. Until next time, have a great rest of your day.